What's up, guys? It's Ryan Maniac V2 here, and I have a tutorial for you guys. This is going to be um, how to do the cracked effect, um, like in this speed art that I did. It's kind of like the cracked ground right here. All right, it's like the earthquake effect. So what you're going to need is a picture with grass, or you can. This is going to be a tutorial on how to do it with grass. Um, to do it with concrete is similar. You just need to use a different image. So what we're going to do first of all is go ahead and double click on the background layer and then make it editable. Then duplicate that layer and go ahead and hide the top one. Now click on the bottom one, go to the pen tool, and cut out a section cut out the section that you would like to be lowered. So you know how on the crack effect there's one section that's kind of like raised up right here. So we're just gonna zoom out a little bit, and then we're gonna cut kind of like a jagged scissors kind of cut, just like around here, kind of like that. All right. Then you're gonna right click and you're gonna make selection. Don't feather any of that, and then hit OK. And then you're gonna do layer, new layer via cut, Shift Command J or Shift Control J, and you see already it makes our little cut. So what we're gonna have to do is just go ahead to this layer right here, this one, okay, and we're gonna hit the V, or we're gonna go to the Move tool, whatever you want to do, and drag this down while holding Shift, okay. And now we've got our basic crack. You can do more detailed. I didn't do a very detailed job, so yeah, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have to go to the internet and get a picture of soil. So you just search soil in Google Images, and the one right next to this tree, that's the one I used for the video. So go to my full-size image and then just drag and drop this into Photoshop like this. And it's kind of big, so we're going to go ahead and leave it on top of the other layer for now, and go ahead and resize it. Alright. Just about like that. And now we're going to have to end up filling this in multiple times. So we're going to have to end up doing a lot of duplications of this image. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that again. And go ahead and drag it over and rotate it a little bit. Okay. And just keep doing this. I'm not going to do it perfectly. I could make them smaller and go into much more detail, but I'm not really feeling up to that right now. So we're going to duplicate that again. And go ahead and rotate this one. Alright. If you see any white space, just kind of move it down a little bit. Go ahead and duplicate that. And drag it over here. Duplicate that. And same thing. Drag it over and rotate a little bit. That looks good. Now it doesn't look too natural right now, so what we're going to have to go and do first is zoom in a little bit. Looks very unnatural. So we're going to take the eraser tool right about here. Yeah, and we're going to make it a lot smaller. And feather from this side in, like this. So put your eraser tool about the top of it right on the edge and just feather it in like that. Alright? And go along the edges just like this and just feather it in. Okay? So, right here, we're kind of making it blend into the grass a little bit. Okay, go down here. Same thing. We're just sort of feathering it into the grass as good as we can. Can't do it perfectly, but it's not bad. So now we've got a nice little feather. We also sort of want to do that for the bottom, but not as much. So go to your bottom layer right here, this one, and just sort of do it a little tiny bit. So not too much. See, that one's too much. And then just sort of go along here. Just soften up the edges a little bit. Alright. This is just a very light aspect. Okay. So now what we're going to do on the bottom to make it a bit more realistic is we're going to take the brush tool and we're going to go into a soft 45, actually 35, and zoom out a little bit, and then just make it a little bit smaller. It's about a 25, actually about a 20, and make a new layer above your grass layer. And you're going to want to go ahead and make the colors black, just black, and outline a path beneath the dirt. It's going to be our shadow. It's going to look done right now, but once we actually do it, actually mess with the settings of this layer, it'll look a lot better. So go ahead and outline a path. Okay, like that. And now we can choose color burn and change the opacity on this down to about 38 or 42, around there. And now we have our little shadow coming down from this crack. So that has been the crack tutorial, guys. The earthquake tutorial for grass. You do the same thing with concrete. Just instead of using a soil layer, use a concrete layer. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching. It's been Maniac V2, Ryan here with another tutorial for you, and see ya.